Hi everyone, this is Carrie, and today is my very first video, well, I should say my very first public video. And it's fitting that the question that I have decided to ask you, and therefore myself, is what is your greatest fear? And how can you move through it, or at least take baby steps to start moving through it? So let me tell you a little bit about me, because I'm going to answer that question for you about myself. But I am a bookkeeper by day. I run my own small home-based business, which is doing very well, and I've done bookkeeping now at home for about 2.5 years. And I'm very, very comfortable with that, and I have a great clientele and things are running really smoothly, and I would say I have a very successful business. But in addition to being a very good organizer and planner and kind of money person, I'm also a life coach. And I got trained as a life coach over a decade ago now. And it's a skill that I just use sort of more naturally with my friends, my family, in my relationships. But I've had a growing desire, and it's always been there, to somehow use it more publicly. And potentially maybe in some sort of capacity that makes me money, but I'm not really worried about that right now. It's just, it's a passion and it's gone dormant. So what I found over the last year and a bit is that I keep deferring to my bookkeeping business. And when I think, oh, I should do something more with coaching, I get scared and I go to work instead. I do my bookkeeping business. I did start a blog a few years ago, and I do write the blog, and I write it from Life Coaching, and that's carriehanna.com if you want to look at my blog. The thing is, as much as I love writing and I love speaking from my heart, I would say that I'm not a natural writer, and I'm not one of those people that has to write. So while I love it, and I love when I put that product out there, like that, not product, but that my baby, that blog, it feels so good. It takes a lot of effort on my part, and so it can easily get sort of postponed and pushed to the side. So I would say that I'm sort of an intermittent blogger. However, what my calling really is, and probably always has been, is to speak. And I like speaking to people one-on-one, and I used to love being on stage. I was an actress, I was a model, I loved in many different jobs, I was up in front of people, and that's really where I get my joie de vivre, I guess, is ultimately being in front of people. I don't know if you can notice, but I've got a lot of energy, and so I kind of need to expend it that way. However, what's happened is that I've gone dormant, as I've said, and I've kind of been hiding. So last year I took a video course, and I learned the tools. I kind of got the how behind me. I took it twice, actually. It was a really great course. And I then still was afraid. I just got afraid and I never did anything. So my question about what is your greatest fear, my greatest fear has been to put myself out here publicly. And I'm going to tell you why. To be honest, I think it's about not being good enough. It's not feeling good enough as far as like, maybe I don't have anything to say, maybe no one's gonna listen, maybe no one cares. And then it goes even deeper. It's, you know, I'm not getting any younger, so what if people judge me for being, you know, 50 plus? Or if they judge me for not being relevant. I mean, there's a million and one things that go through my head, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm just not good enough to do this. So that's really kept me stuck. And today I've just decided it's time to move through that. And to be honest, I was talking to a really good girlfriend of mine who also happens to be a coach, and you know who you are, who challenged me this week to do a speech in front of a small group of people at the library. And today I was sitting thinking about it, and I thought I'm really kind of stuck in like not knowing how to kind of get out there and do that. And not that I didn't want to do it, but I mean, to be honest, I just wasn't passionate about it in the end. And I thought, I was sitting there and I was doing some tapping. So I don't know if any of you know anything about tapping, but I was doing some tapping, which is, you know, tapping on the meridians and talking and about kind of what the issue is going on inside of me. And what came up for me was that ultimately, I had all these tools to do videos, and I have a blog, and I have a YouTube channel that I've never used, and it would be so simple just to come over here and do a little video and post it. And it scares me a lot to do this. It's huge, it feels big, But it's the first thing I would tell any of you is if you have a fear and you have, but you have a goal or a passion, but you've got these huge fears, is what's one small baby step that you can take to move yourself forward. And this is my baby step. I mean, it feels like a huge one, but it's really a small step. It's just putting myself out there and then learning as I go. So anyway, I challenge you to think about something that you really want, and like me, you're scared, excuse my French, shitless to do it, but you're willing to just do that one small thing that moves you forward. And today this is mine. And so I hope that this year for me is going to be a year of living courageously and just moving through my fear. Anyway, lovely to meet all of you, and if you'd like to comment on my video, please do, and maybe some encouragement would be great as well, but you know, I gotta just do this no matter what. So I will talk to you again soon. This is video 1, so video 2 will be coming hopefully maybe next week. I'm gonna try and do it regularly. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Bye.